Hey folks, Andy here from Aussie Homesteads, and I've just done a video, if you look back on my playlist, on replacing the balance arms on a Fisher and Paykel washing machine for an out of balance issue. And I went into quite detail on how to replace all four of the suspension arms, but only one of them has what's called a bias spring in it. I did briefly touch upon it in the last video on what it does, but I'll just give you an overview. Your washing machine bowl tends to drift off to the right hand side because the pump's on this side of the washing machine and they tend to lean one direction. So Fisher and Paykel put on the back left hand suspension arm what's called a bias spring, and that's quite stretchy spring that's on the back left hand corner. And when you replace your suspension arms, they generally don't come with these red tabs. That's what pushes your lid locks down onto, and they don't come with this bias spring. So we've got to take that off of the old one and put it onto the new one. So this, when you get your new ones in the mail, they're about 45 bucks off of eBay. They don't come with that spring. So we've got to transfer this spring from the old one to the new one. And it's actually quite a straightforward process. So all you got to do is, you'll notice that it just goes around the suspension arm. So all you got to do is unloop that spring there. You can use a pair of long nose pliers, are generally the best to do that. And all you do then is transfer it to your new arm, and then this end here is what will go into the top lid, the top drip tray. And I'll show you where it goes. When you put your drip tray back on again, and all this thing does is basically stops the water splashing onto the washing machine's outer, and the water goes in there and back into the bowls that are down the side of the washing machine. But it has this little red clip, and that's what the spring gets mounted to on that outer ring. So that would go through here. And once you've got that assembled, you can just bring it over. And again, we're working on the back left-hand corner of the washing machine. This is the only one that has the bias spring. And you'll notice in the top of the drip cover, there's that slot. And that little red clip gets slotted back into there again. So it just clips in. And then that way, this keeps the bowl towards this back left-hand corner, because these things always want to drift to the right, and that's because of the weight of the pump that's down there. So Fisher and Paykel got quite smart, and they put this what's called a bias spring in it, and that pulls the whole unit back to this left-hand corner so that it's central. So all you got to do then is replace that back into there, clip your lid back on again, and that's pretty much how you do the bias spring on a Fisher and Paykel washing machine. So it's Andy here signing out from Aussie Homesteads. I will pin the video down there on the last one that I did, the out of balance issues and replacing these arms. And there's four of them. So there's two at the front and two at the back. And this back left-hand corner is the only one that has that bias spring. Hope that helps someone. It's Andy here from Aussie Homestead signing out. Until the next one.